we go. All right, let's put on our twinkly lights. Okay. Ball, band, chair. Today we're doing our release and review. So you're going to know all of this stuff. We're just going to go through it again. And it should feel really good. And you should feel super awesome for your Saturday or whenever it is that you're watching this. So we're going to start off with beach balls, which we did yesterday. And let's just start with that. Here we go. So you're imagining there's a big beach ball behind you and you're opening up, kind of bending backward over that beach ball as you take a deep breath in and then exhaling as you round forward. Inhale. Exhale. After this, we're going to do our hip flexor stretch. Big inhale. Really reach those arms. This is a chance to kind of put your body in a position that you don't do very often, most likely. Good. All right, we're doing right hip flexor stretch. So you can do either leg forward, actually. I'm going to do right leg forward today, left leg back. Left arm reaching up toward the sky, hips facing forward, light tail tuck. Take a deep breath in. If you want, you can kind of lean to the right, and that might deepen your stretch a little bit. Deep breath. Today is one of those mornings where I don't know, I was very much desired by Milo. Everything was he was wanting to come to me. Go ahead and switch sides. And it's been like that because I was kind of solo parenting for a couple days there. So now I think he's like feeling extra attached. Deep breath in. So if you're feeling that today as well, I'm right there with you. Starts to feel like you don't have space for yourself. We're going to put our band on after this. Hi, kiddo. What's going on? Can I do it after my class? I'll help you with it after, or I'll do it after, okay? Deep breath in. Good. Grab your band. And you're going to put that on. And we're going to get into a little squat position. And we're going to do band pumps in our squat position. So we're down here in our squat and we are opening those glutes out to the side. Pump and pump. See if you can keep those hips nice and stable as you use those glutes to just put a little tension on the band. That's all it is. Pump, pump. Again, some of this is still like figuring out, just, seeing if you're able to, seeing how to do it. It's very much, asking the questions, pushing those trash compactor walls out to the side. Good. Now have your chair close by. We're going to do sit downs and get ups with our glutes. So you are pushing those trash compactor walls out to the side as you sit down, pushing them out to the side as you come up. Really hinge at those hips. So as you're going to come up, hinge forward and then stand up. Hinge forward and then sit down. Use those glutes to push open. Don't forget to breathe. You want to start introducing that brace blink rocket. You can do so when you get up. You can exhale, brace blink rocket. Open up those trash compactor walls. You know, that's a lot to think about. Good. All right, now we're doing our tiny squats. You're going to come down into a little squat and then come back up. Same thing, pushing those trash compactor walls open, making sure our knees are pointing forward. Straight forward. Like if they had laser beams on them, they'd be shooting straight forward. Sometimes when we get tired, our knee starts to kind of, one or the other may start to kind of collapse inward. We want to make sure that our glutes are helping us to keep them pointing forward. Little tiny squats as we're keeping our trash compactor walls open. Good job. All right, now we're going to do crab arm circles. So shake out your legs a little bit. We're going to go to one side of our space, reach our arms out to the side, start crabbing side to side, and then doing small backward circles using our shoulder blades as we are sitting down into our hips, keeping our knees pointing forward, either thinking about that upper leg rotation or those trash compactor walls. A little bit extra to think about here. Hopefully, the idea being as we progress, it'll get easier and easier to do multiple things at once. Your body will kind of fall into where you want it to go. Sit down into those hips. Good. All right, we're doing leaning tower next. Shake it out a little bit. All right, leaning tower. We're reaching all the way up to the sky, up out of that hip. Pump that other leg out to the side. Switch sides. Keep those knees pointing forward. Reach. See if you can keep that neutral pelvis even as you come up straight. See if you can shine that perineum back behind your knees, or not your knees, your heels. So if you can see here, I'm kind of upright, shining, even though I'm lifting up out of that hip, I'm not pushing my hips forward or letting my other leg go to the side. I'm trying to keep that perineum facing back behind my heels as I'm lifting up. Good. All right, take off that band. We're going to do donkey kicks next. So you're going to come down onto all fours and you're going to bring that foot up back behind you. Imagine there is a teacup on it and you're pumping it straight up to the sky, using those glutes to lift that teacup, using your abdominal muscles, keeping that belly button in toward your spine and up toward your head. Nice long spine. Trying to keep those hips even. Breathing. If you need to, exhale, brace blink rocket before each pump. That really helps to stabilize your hips. Imagining those hips pulling together. Good job. Bring that knee down. Take a second. Take a break. Good. Other side. So you can imagine facing those hips down towards your mat as you bring that foot up. And as you start pumping, imagine exhaling, brace, blink, rocketing. As you lift up that teacup, you're pulling your two hips together right behind where your pubic bone is. Exhale, brace, blink, rocket, pull your hip bones together. Right where like your underwear strap would be. Then you're getting more of a deep ab workout along with your glute. Good. Now bring it down. We are doing a TFL release. So you're going to grab your ball. Hopefully you have that close by. Grab that. Put it right in that hip. And we're going to roll out that front of your hip. Bring that right leg out to the side to kind of support you. You're on your forearms here. See if you can find any tense areas and just melt into the ball right there. Relax into it. Deep breath. We're winding down here. Good. Go ahead and switch to the other side. See if you can find that tight spot. You can even roll the ball a little further down your leg. You guys remember that image of the TFL that I showed you last weekend? It's kind of on that like front, a little bit to the side of your hip. But for everyone, it's going to be slightly different. So roll around, see what you can find. Just make sure you're not going into your groin area. Deep breath. Good job. Now roll over onto your back. We're going to do our piriformis. So you're going to shift your knees. You have your legs bent. You're going to shift your knees over to the right. Put the ball into your butt cheek, left butt cheek, and then gently bring your knees back over to the left side. See if you can find any tight spots there and melt down into that. Give yourself a chance to relax into it. Feel around for it. Good. Go ahead and switch to the other side. Gently bring your knees over. Again, if you feel like you're unable, if you're like so tense, you're unable to relax into it, bring your knees back closer to the center and don't put quite so much tension or pressure on the ball. You want to be able to relax into it. Take a moment to just close your eyes. Breathe. See if you can relax your pelvic floor. Good. Last release, we're going to do our QL. So stay where you are, and you're going to put that ball behind your or underneath your last rib. And we're going to roll back and forth underneath that last rib. If you find those tense areas, again, see if you can relax into it. See if you can take a deep breath. Remember how interconnected our pelvic floor is with all of these muscles and tendons and everything that we're kind of working on here. So if you're able to relax into it and relax your pelvic floor simultaneously, you might find a little extra release there. Good. Go ahead and switch to the other side. And I welcome you to, oh, we're going to do a few more seconds on this side. I welcome you to revisit anything that feels extra tense today. If you're able to find a minute to yourself to get a little bit of an extra release, maybe before you even go back out. And if you have some time to yourself right now, take a minute, ask your body if there's any other places it needs to be released. One last deep breath. Good. All right. We are done for today. Sarah, you're here with me live. If you have any questions, I'm opening it up right now. If you have anything you wanted to talk about or any questions about anything, let me know. Did you have anything? No? Okay. Then I will
Actually,
see you.
the
Oh,
only
yeah.
thing I had was just the leaning tower.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say try to keep that neutral pelvis, are you also talking about, as far as like horizontal? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to be shifting
Uh-huh.
back and forth. So I
Okay.
think what I'm more concerned with is that um not so much, this direction,
Not front to back. Yeah.
more like more like this way.
Uh-huh.
So
Gotcha.
like
Okay.
when you're up on that one leg,
Mm-hmm.
I want you kind of so that your perineum is
Mm-hmm.
still shining back behind. And because when we go onto one foot, a lot of the time we want to kind of like either shift
Mm-hmm.
forward or lean forward a little further or
Okay.
tilt this way. And I want us to try to keep that neutral pelvis
Mm-hmm.
and activate this part as we pull up out of our
Mm-hmm.
hip. And it's really kind of exaggerating the movement that we do when we walk, right? So when we
Mm-hmm.
walk, we go from one
Mm-hmm.
foot to the other. And so we're practicing keeping that neutral pelvis as
Okay.
we're walking as
Okay.
well. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? Cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, no
All right.
problem.
Cool.
All right. Well, then
All
I'll see you
right.
tomorrow, I hope at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock tomorrow on Sunday.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, that's right.
I,
Okay.
yeah, and I apologize. I
Okay.
know the timing's been all over the place with this particular cohort. So I really appreciate you guys being flexible and
Thank you.
understanding with that. Thank you.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye, Sarah.
Bye.